I say that just as we come to them, there was Roglic sitting on the back. And out front, those four would contest the finish together. It was Jürgen Nordhagen who took the right-hander first, Lenny Martinez coming up alongside him, but then Tadej Pogačar opened up for the line. And of course, as he did so, he took his 5th win of the year. Fist in the air, and Florian Lipovic coming through for second. This was Luke Tuckwell leading out for the sprint behind. It was Albert Withen Philipsen, the 19-year-old, cleaning up in that sprint, reminding everyone in there, as if they needed it, just how quick the only teenager in the race is. That was a really impressive sprint from him. Tadej Pogačar back to winning ways after his 6th place in the prologue yesterday. When you see it from on high, it was a pretty impressive win too. In the end, distancing Lenny Martinez, who tried to hang on for second, dipping with Florian Lipovic. And just like that, Tadej Pogačar took his 112th career professional victory, a fifth Higuita, and Antonio Tiberi, the best of the other Bahrain victorious riders. Tadej Pogačar went into yellow, of course, and he will defend that. Pogačar coming out of his wheel shadow and past, and taking a sprint win. Duo, those two, not quite matching each other, but they were together. This was prominent, though, and important. Albert Withen Philipsen, who'd been in 5th place on general classification, going out the back, and he would ride a very steady climb of the Jaune Pass, likewise Paris-Peintre as well, but they couldn't really do too much. And then Tadej Pogačar, the honorary leading Swiss rider there for Tudor Pro Cycling, and Tadej Pogačar was over the top of the Jaune Pass and into the descent by himself. Very familiar surroundings. Expected, he took the win, but I have to say the gaps behind him were not enormous either. It was a brilliant ride by the man in yellow, but he did keep looking back all the way to the line in Chalmette because he knew Florian Lipovic was still right there. Lipovic had kept Tadej Pogačar very, very honest on this Queen stage, and there he is. He would finish just as you're about to see, 14 seconds down on Tadej Pogačar. So yes, he's won again. Yes, Tadej Pogačar gets the 10-second bonus, as does this man as well. An absolutely brilliant ride by Pablo Castrillo to get 3rd on the stage, being chased by Lorenzo Fortunato, who wasn't quite lucky enough to catch Castrillo on the line. Castrillo's been great value, as have Movistar in this race this week as well. And that would be the chase group being led in just behind. Sergio Higuita, again, sprinting really well. So a 114th career victory for Tadej Pogačar, his 3rd stage win of this year's Tour de Romandie, meaning that it's only he and Dorian Godon who've won stages so far this week. Will it be the same tomorrow? Tomorrow, the final stage is the only summit finish of the... And Tadej Pogačar back in his World Champions bear on the podium. One day to go tomorrow, the big stage between Luçon and... So you have to say, put up a great battle today. Tadej Pogačar will be out to try and win this race tomorrow. Make sure you are out to join me, Jez Cox, and Brian Smith here at the home of cycling tomorrow on TN. Together a little bit, and then up came, look at this, Primož Roglic, double winner of this race in the past, honouring the race on its final stage this year. It looked like he was about to Roglify, but the gap started to grow. Just that little bit back to Primož Roglic. Great ride by him, but this was the moment that Tadej Pogačar decided to put everything to bed in the race. On the final stage, just starting to squeeze out a little gap on Florian Lipovic going to the line. He knew he had it, and this would be yet another stage win in this race. 4 stage wins in total of the 6 on offer for Tadej Pogačar and the general classification. Of course, he'd get the 10-second bonus on the line in Lausanne. This was his first ever ride in the Tour de Romandie and his first stage race of this year, in which he'll be going for and hoping for his 5th Tour de France victory. Smooth transition for Tadej Pogačar from the classics to the climbs. Says he's been enjoying his time in the gym. Maybe he's packed on a couple of extra kilos of muscle. It certainly hasn't affected him this week, though. Tadej Pogačar with his 115th career victory. Of course, we'll include in that the general classification too, to make it 116. And if anything, by the 2-time winner of the Tour de Romandie. And talking of 2 times, Tadej Pogačar, the 2-time world road race champion, back in the Martinez. This podium bodes best 2 GC riders in this race this week, that's for sure. Pogačar, of course, also won the points competition as the most consistent finisher. that competition from about halfway through this race. Great battle by him. Lenny Martinez, likewise, looked good, matching Pogačar on quite a few of the climbs this week. He's the best young rider. Well, enjoy.